It did. It worked. We're live. It worked. Yes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Thursday night Q&A on the YouTubes. DylanTalksTone. Our live stream thingy's working. It worked the other day. We've got the right audio. Everything's just awesome. I'm very happy about that. I emailed them and I was like, I don't trust my software right now. What can you do to fix it? And apparently they uploaded we had a new update today. So everything's good. Everybody did, or you did? No, there was a new update for the software today. So got you. Apparently everything is good now. Welcome. This is a live stream that you can ask questions. I posted all over the internet. Weird piece of hair. Sorry, go ahead. That's okay. I posted all over the internet, and people submitted some questions. So we do have some questions from all over the internet, and we do have a special members only question thingy too. So we will be doing a special video just for them because that's what we've been doing lately. We've been doing a bunch of stuff on Patreon, which is super rad. Yeah. So, and we have an off-topic hour at 9:00. If you have guitar questions, get it in there because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do off-topic hour questions at 9:00 afterwards, and then guitar questions until then. So yeah.
I don't know who this is. I don't know if they are regular somewhere else. His name is @1vexed73.
Nice.
He just says, "Wife loves when Leslie is there."
Right on.
I don't even know that
well,
name.
Thanks. Yeah, we don't even know that name. Cool. So maybe that's the first time he spoke up and said that. Yeah. So she'll co-host it with me 75% of the time, and then 25% of the time, Brianna she did one with me last week. So we try to have Brianna do one a month because she helps me in the shop and stuff. And so we like to keep her kind of involved as well.
She's in the chat.
She's in the chat. Oh, awesome. And then, whoever's off manages dogs. That's how that works. So let's, so if you have a bunch of guitar questions, get them in there, put a bunch of question marks in front of it or something so Leslie can see it. She'll hold them off to the side.
It's Hawkman Hawks. I knew the picture looked familiar.
Okay.
It's like, I swear I've seen that.
Okay. Right on.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Thanks still.
Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate that. That's really cool. So.
Say hi.
Come on. You want to say hi? Come here. He will eventually.
Just stare.
He'll just stare.
I don't want to do it if I have permission.
Because we don't have sponsors, please do me a favor and check that. Here he is. Check that little red box right down there. And check that little red box right down there. Go to DylanTalksTone and also go to Patreon. Support the channel that way. You can also use a super chat. I believe somebody just did that.
Is that my cue? Super chat from Dastardly Dave. Thank you, Dave. He said, ad free is too cool.
Right on. Okay. Let's get into some questions. We've got a bunch of the topic for the night. Tiny amps are the new Marshall stack. I've been using these little baby digital amps so much lately. And I'm loving them, and I'm finding them so much more effective, and I'm playing a lot more, and they're just so much more user friendly. And so I want to hear from you. What is your percentage of playtime through, your big tube amps? Cause you probably still have some, or through your just little digital practice amp or whatever it is, little practice amp. Because I have a feeling that most of us are playing our smaller stuff more. So I'd like to get your input on that. Go ahead.
Super chat from Tony Leonardi. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. He said, good evening, Leslie and Dylan. It's been a while. Some rough tarmac here. Good to be watching the live stream again.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay, so not everybody. Tony Leonardi's like the first one that's been the same. But
Lots of
Hoffman-
names have changed.
Yeah, that's what he just said. He said, I don't know why it's saying that. And then Van Shank Guitar said YouTube is messing up the screen names, but almost everybody's name has like numbers after it. Like there is something weird.
We have noticed that over the last couple weeks. I have noticed
That's
that over the last couple
wild.
weeks. Yeah, even in normal comment sections and stuff. Yeah.
I feel like I want to go see if mine does something weird. All right, you want the questions? From
Yeah,
over
let's
here?
ask a question and then we will we'll go on to our conversation.
Oh, and I did hear your question, so I probably need to grab these as they're coming in.
Okay.
Okay. Trying to pay attention. Willie wants to know, is it possible to have different choices of capacitor value by a switch? There seems to be 3 values used, so possible 3-way switch.
Yeah, so typically 15, 33, 47 or 15, 22, 33. You could do that. Here's the thing. That's a lot more subtle change than you realize. You could, I guess. The ES345 is a good example that puts that in there. I don't personally have a need for it. It would be, if it's interesting to you, definitely try it. We sell the kit with 4 capacitors and 2 alligator clips on the website where you can kind of unhook your capacitor and then like put these 4 different capacitors in there from back to back to back to back and decide how big of a difference it makes for you and which one you want to use. I personally don't think that it's drastic enough. If you use something like that in real life, tell me in the comments, because it's cool in theory, but in practice, does anybody actually do it? I guess is my question. So I would ask all of you that.
My name is the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed Brianna's was wrong too.
Interesting.
So I don't know what in the heck is going on. It's pretty wild.
Oh, Brianna's has her old last name on it. I noticed that last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Lots of comments.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is great, but
Yeah, this is good.
Makes me feel slow. Super chat from Van Shank Guitars. Thank you for the super chat, Ivan. He said, speaking of tiny amps, my Spark 40 survived my workbench and shaky hands.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, he did some mods on his,
Oh, all the things? Yeah.
That's all right.
I got all the things up.
That's all right.
Miss a week and I just don't even know what I'm doing.
Right. It's okay.
Is it?
I'm having fun.
All right. Tim, on topic, is there any difference in the make of single ST style pickups from right-handed to left-handed? As in, can the pickups be used for both?
If they are not staggered pole pieces. If they're flat top pole pieces, then yes. You just ordered a set of pickups from me that are flat top pole pieces. You could use them left or right-handed. But if they're staggered, then they can be string specific, and you kind of have to know that.
Now people are testing their names.
Oh, nice.
Jim Cunningham says, I have you guys on TV and my phone. I hope we're not like in
That's what I do
HD
when
or
I'm watching somebody that I want to comment on.
Oh.
So that I have it up here and I can listen, I can watch it, but I still want to be able to comment.
I wouldn't want to see me on a big screen. Our TV's too big.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We have a big TV. Yeah. We would be large. We'll have to look afterwards.
No, we don't. Bill, what do you think of the Epiphone 1960 Les Paul Special double cut reissue for $999? The Gibson is out of my range.
Oh, dude, get it. You will love it. And then call me up and get a pair of P90s for it. Dude, that thing will be so awesome. You will love that guitar. Absolutely. Absolutely buy that guitar. Yeah, that's cool.
Michael, watched an older video you did on setting gain on an amp. I am having trouble when I get my volume and gain correct, but when I boost for lead, there is not enough head to allow volume increase. I play Strat through Princeton tube amp. Do you have videos on how to increase volume from a point of optimum gain breakup without destroying tone and gain in sync with other instruments in the group?
Okay, so here's what you have to do. You have to go backwards. So a Princeton is not a very, very powerful amp. It's only like 13 watts. Okay, so the less watts you have, the less power you have, the less headroom you have. So mine with a Strat starts to break up when the volume is about six or so, okay, on my Princeton. Now, if I hit a boost, it's going to completely break it up instead of make it louder. So what you have to do is turn your boost on and then turn your master volume on your amp down until it's clean. If that's not loud enough for you, you need an amp with more power. Because once it starts to break up, it will never be clean again. That is the top. That is the headroom. So what's happening is you're putting an amp with a boost, you're putting an amp in front of an amp. So you're amplifying the sound before it gets to the amp, and then you're actually pushing that amp beyond its usable headroom. So that's how I would test that. Say, okay, I want it to be clean, turn my boost on. You'll turn it all the way up until it starts to break up, back it off until it's clean. And then when you turn your boost off, then your guitar will get quieter because you're within that headroom area. The problem is you need to decide at that point, is the guitar loud enough? If it's not, it sounds like you need a deluxe or something else.
Chris Hendricks, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the Silver Sun pickups shout out. Been jamming all week.
Dude, I was going to listen to him in the car last night and I forgot. Or not last night, but the night before when I was driving around. I was going to listen to him in the car and I forgot. Them at night in the car is, to me, the bomb. And thank you for the super chat, Chris.
Okay, so Bill Callis must have been who was the Bill.
Okay.
And he said, thanks for your opinion on the double cut Epiphone. It would become number 5.
Dude, you should get one. Just that style of guitar is so cool. And the Epiphone stuff has been so good. You're going to really like it. Epiphone P90s are good. Put a set of mine in there and you won't have any regrets at all. You will, man, it's going to be your favorite guitar. I swear.
Yeah. So this is super. So Vinny said earlier, YouTube is like picking and choosing when it uses your name versus like your screen name.
Oh.
And like Chris just sent a super chat and it was his regular name, but when he just regular comments, it's got the numbers, like it's a different handle.
That's weird.
And he's logged in the same. Like,
yeah. That's
super
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
I think I just did that one. Tommy Z. Sounds like he should be a rock star.
Right?
I recently added better locking tuning machines to my Chibson Lies Poly. What is the purpose of the bridge/saddle being angled slightly lower on the higher strings side than the wound side? Is there an ideal distance each string should be from the highest fret? According to my Boss clip-on tuner, the axe is in tune and properly intonated, but I know the height of the thumb screws on the studs got changed from where they were when I removed them.
So you want to go through the steps on your setup. You want to check your neck relief, and then you want to check your string height. And when you check your string height, you want just set it for whatever you want. But on a Gibson style guitar like that, with probably a Tune-O-Matic and stop tailpiece type bridge, you want it to set it for your action for whatever you want it. I like to set mine for like 60 thousandths. And just set your low E and your high E, and wherever the thumb screws end up to get you there, that'll be fine. That's what I would do.
All right. We ready to talk about amps?
Yeah, let's talk about tiny amps.
Sorry. Whoop. That was great. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I got it back either, but okay. Panic mode. Let's see. Going back to the top. Those are some comments and questions. Offbeat Bass Gear says, as someone that dragged around an acoustic 360 from gig to gig for the first half of the 90s, I am all in favor of smaller bass combos. For the most part, I use smaller vintage combos.
Oh, interesting. So you're still using a full-size amp, but you've sized down. I suppose with a bass player, that's a thing to do. Yeah.
Very inappropriate name. Chug Lord says, I mostly play through my little orange micro dark.
Okay, cool. Yeah, small amp.
Chris Hendricks, I'm about 50% amps of any sort and 50% Helix with headphones.
Yep.
And then he said, when I play an amp, it's most often an AC 15 2x12.
Oh, wow. So that's loud.
It's like one extreme or the
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
Mr. Doomfred says, playing in a 5-watt Blackheart combo at home with pedals / torpedo revolt using a Synergy 20 IR Rev Generator 740 live.
Okay. So you have a combination of things. Sort of conventional, sort of not. Okay.
Vinny's World says at home is 100% digital, either modeler or PC plugins through studio monitors or Spark Mini.
Okay. So first studio person. That's interesting. Studio monitors.
Let's see. Marcia Murray, I mostly use my regular combo amp. My Boss Katana Air collects dust.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're the first person who has a small amp that doesn't really use it in our conversation tonight. Okay.
Dastardly Dave says 95% full-size amps and heads. I'm on a tube journey right now.
Oh, interesting. Exploratory.
Tony Leonardi says he's 75-25, tiny to tube.
Yeah.
Charles, this is kind of related. Charles Davis says, Dylan, you should do a video of your Spark Mini settings.
There aren't any. So we could talk about that in a minute. That's interesting. Well, we can talk about it now since you brought it up. So there aren't any. It's just a volume up and down, right? And on the Spark, I think I picked a couple of stock profiles and then maybe tweaked the EQ just a little bit just to get them to sound good with pickups that I was using. And what I do is I have 4 different profiles in there, or 4 different settings that I set up with my phone, and then I don't touch it after that. And I just choose one of those settings based on what guitar I'm playing. And honestly, it really more speaks to the fact that the reason I use the Spark Mini is because it's easy. I think a lot of people get really caught up in all of the settings and all the things these things can do. And for me, it's the opposite. I'm going to use it very simply, and it's just going to make it to where I plug in and play with no fiddling around. I think people think that just because it's digital, you have to fiddle, and you don't. I think once you just get it the way you want it, then it's, to me, easier than regular big gear because there's less dragging around stuff and setting up stuff and all that. Plus quiet, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't get hung up on what settings I use. Just find a sound you like and save it. That's what I did. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. I don't even know.
All right.
You've heard it though, because I use it in videos sometimes.
Related, and there's been a bunch of conversation about it. Jim Cunningham said, I took my Boss Katana to the shop. They sent me a bill for $473. I only paid $450 for it.
What? I wonder what was wrong with it. That's wild.
Matthew Altamere, honestly, not liking my Spark 2 on its own for really low or silent playing. I'm used Bios FX with headphones or through a Spark 2 as, I forget what FRFR means.
Flat range full response. Yep.
Otherwise, quieter Marshall 5 watt and loud Marshall 100 watt.
Okay. So again, a combination. Yep.
Just drive by comment. Hogman Hawk says, even Dylan looks good on a big screen.
Thanks.
Gary Bertolo says, my practice amp is a 15 watt G5 1977 Yamaha with reverb, solid pine dovetail cabinet.
So still pretty loud. Yeah.
Dog Dr. Tim said, I just love my Positive Grid Spark Mini, and for the price, it can't be beat.
Same. I agree.
Steve B says, I'm lucky enough to be in a band that plays a lot of shows, so I can play the tube amps a lot, but I live in an apartment, so I am looking into getting a Positive Grid.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the practical side of it, right? Like, or anything with a headphone amp or anything with a headphone jack. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be Positive Grid. I think there are better choices out there. Or there can be, depending on what you play, how you play it. I think it has to do with expectations, right? So if it serves the purpose of warm up playing where you're not, I'm not trying to accomplish the world's greatest tone with this practice amp. I'm trying to up my frequency of playing, and I'm trying to up my playing time. So that's the way I look at it. Like, I'm not trying to accomplish duplicating some super duper vintage tone because I just know it won't do that. That's not what it's for. But is it fun? Yes. Is it easy? Yes. And does it make it to where I can just plug in 2 seconds without fiddling around and go? Yes. So that makes me play more. And I think that is the value of it. As long as your expectations are right, you'll enjoy it. I think the people that think this amp sucks and these are dumb and I would, it's because they're setting a completely different set of expectations for not really the purpose of what the thing is. And he's crashed out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Alex Holden, Blackface Champ or Spark Neo headphones are my go-to right now.
So loud or quiet? Yeah, loud-ish.
Tonka George, I've got a real deluxe for playing with others, but at home I use a UA Dream 65 and whatever drive pedal I like through studio speakers. Play that 90% of the time. Love both.
That's cool, man. Yeah, those UA things are neat.
Q Stick says, I play a Vibrolux for gigs and at home. Oh, and at home? I don't know. I run the pedal board into a Strymon Iridium with monitors, 70 dBs and easy to play with.
So there's an interesting, so my version of that would be my Tonex. So having some sort of faux amplifier with a real pedal board, that would be my Tonex, because I have that setup as well. And I think that is also cool because then you don't give up the tactile nature of playing either if you want to fiddle with pedals and stuff, right? So that's a good combination, or that's a good at-home, quieter alternative, is to have something where you can still play with pedals, enjoy ordering them, goofing around with them, you know, and doing all that kind of old-fashioned stuff, but still quiet. I like that a lot.
Oh, now I can close it. Back over here. Hawkman Hawk says, the only amp I have is a PV 112 2 EL84s, but supposed to be 25 watts. Sounds good quiet though, but a small amp would be nice.
Yeah, because that's still kind of loud. That's yeah. No, that's cool though.
Van Chant Guitar says mostly tube amps here other than the Spark 40 and the Spark Neo headset.
Yeah, he's the first one I talked to that got that Spark Neo headset, and he said that it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Tim C says, I use my Spark Mini in the workshop and a 100-watt Fender Twin in the jam room.
Whoa. So actually,
that's Tazzy Tim.
The Neo thing makes me think of something. For those of you that are kind of on the fence and like, I don't know if I want to deal with this small amp thing or headphones or whatever. Headphone quality matters. If you are going to just plug in some cheap earbuds, it's going to sound like you're playing with cheap earbuds. If you get a decent pair of headphones, like a good pair of headphones, it makes a big difference. I have a set of, I don't remember what those headphones are actually. I had some AKGs before, and these ones are they Bowers and Wilkins? I don't know. They're not inexpensive. I think I paid a couple $100 for them, but I use them, every day. So, but if you get a good pair of headphones, it will make all the difference in your experience. And before you buy them, understand open back and close back and that sort of stuff, because that will really affect not only the environment around you, like if other people can hear you playing, but also the realism of what you're trying to do in your headphones.
So Chris Hendricks just replied to what you're talking about, and I just have to read it because I know what he meant. Oh, did he delete it? No. Okay. I don't really like the headphone-based amps, but I'll admit I'm boogie and snobby about this sort of stuff. I'm sure he meant bougie, but it definitely says boogie.
So these are, I just had to grab them. These are Beyerdynamics DT770 Pros. And these are actually, I don't know, some 50th anniversary limited edition junk. But these ones are closed back. They're really good. I don't know how much they cost now. I've had them for probably a year or so, year and a half. And I use them for podcasting. I use them for monitoring when I'm doing, editing, video editing and stuff. And I also use them for playing like with my positive grid. And I really like them a lot. Yeah. Beyerdynamic.
Oh, here's Van Chant Guitars says YouTube changed live chat names to @handles to increase security, improve user identification, and prepare for new mobile features. Handles are unique, making it harder to impersonate other creators.
Oh, so what you need to do, I did know about the handle thing. So what you need to do is go into your YouTube setting. I didn't know that it affected it this way, though. I just knew from a creator standpoint. So go into your YouTube settings and set your handle for whatever you want it to be, mine's @DylanTalksTone. So whatever you want it to appear to other humans, that's what they will see there. So since they're showing your handle, the handle is probably whatever generic thing is in there until you go and put a cool name in there, like whatever you want it to be. That's probably the thing. So the Biodynamic DT770s at Amazon, at Sweetwater right now are $199 for the regular ones and $229 for the Pro X ones, which are the ones that I have. So there you go. That's how much they cost.
All right.
Worth it. Definitely worth it.
Christian Bernal says, I use a Quilter Micro Pro. Very versatile and sounds close to a tube amp.
Okay, so first person to bring up Quilter. I want one of those. I've never had one. We were next to them at NAMM a couple of times, and that dude is so smart, and that stuff is so good, and people don't talk about it enough, and everybody that I know that has one swears by it and says they're amazing. I played in a band, or I didn't play in a band, but there was a guy in a band here locally that I sat in with a bunch of times, and when I would sit in, he would hand me his guitar and I would use his Quilter, and oh my gosh, they're really good. But we just don't hear about them very often. Super good.
Yeah, I think the same guy said, Dylan, you should try the Quilter Micro Pro. It's 200 watts, weighs 20 pounds, and has an 8-inch speaker. I would like to see what your thoughts are on those.
Okay, hang on. I want to talk about this real quick. Quilter Micro Pro. Okay. Speaking of that, to the person who was discussing earlier about wanting to get louder and stay clean, that is Quilter's jam. Once you get one of their amps and you get the right size, and I'm not going to give you advice on that because, again, I'm not the authority on it, but just look into it. You'll be able to play quietly because headphones and blah, 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 all this stuff. But headroom, they're very, 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 very clean. So you can build rigs on top of them very well. When we were at NAMM, he would open up the NAMM show every morning with this 100-watt Quilter all the way cranked and a steel guitar. Remember, he would go like that on a steel guitar. It was so loud, like deafeningly loud, but 100% clean. And so that's one of the things they do. I don't look at, again, I can't tell you which one to buy because I'm not informed enough, but yeah, you should check it out. I want to find out how much that thing costs.
Dastardly Dave said, the Spark Mini and Katana Go is flying with me to my next trip.
So the Spark Go is the one that I have been taking with me. In fact, it's in the van right now. I just leave it in the van because it's this big. Even when I don't take a guitar, I'll take a cable and a Spark in case I run into a guitar and need an amp. And most of the time it ends up happening. Like, wait a second, I have an amp. It usually happens.
Pierre Edmond says 60% Spark Mini, 40% Tone King combo.
Yep.
Dastardly Dave said he uses the Katana Go with in-ears too.
Oh, okay.
3J Music says the biggest amp I have currently is the Engel. Is that a word or is it letters? ENGL.
Yeah, it's Engel. Yep.
Iron Ball 20. On-board effects and IRs. 95% of the time I use it through monitors, but I mostly use my Friedman IRX on a small pedal board with monitors.
That's very cool. That's a cool setup. Wait. Hang on. So the Micro Pro, I don't see that here. I'm on Sweetwater looking for it, and they're supposed to have everything, but anyway, we'll keep looking and keep talking. But I'm going to keep looking because I'm curious about this now.
Edgar Cesario says, I have the first Sparks Mini and the Go. The Mini is my main go-to about 75% of the time for convenience, but I got a Fender Champ 57 that I asked you last week. Finally got a sound that I love.
Dude, I'm so glad because, yeah, you were the one that was talking about wanting to get a good sound out of it. And then I was telling you to basically try to use it differently because it might not be what you thought it was. And I'm glad that you love it now because that's very cool. Yeah, I'm trying to find. I mean, the smallest kind of combo thing that I see is the Aviator Cub, which is a 5112. So I don't see, and then there's the Aviator Cub, the Aviator Mach 3, but now you're getting up into like $1,500. So I don't know what we're talking about here. So if you have any more input for that, because I would love, I would be interested in buying something Quilter and trying it because I've never tried one. What about these, like the Super Block stuff? You know, like they're actually like a pedal, like a direct amp, stereo amp simulator in a pedal. Let me know about those too. I think the one that I played before was the Quilter Overdrive 202. It was like a little box that would sit on top of a cabinet with a bunch of white knobs. I'm pretty sure that's the one that my buddy had. It was either the 100-watt one or the 200-watt one. I think it was the 200-watt one. And that's the one that I played live before. I obviously don't need something that big.
Air and Bone says, I have a Vox VT50 as a guitar amp. Vinny's World says, talking about headphone quality, have you seen that new IK multimedia headphone calibration thing?
I have it. They sent me one. I have not played with it yet. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. They sent me one. And I got it out of the box and I'm like, I don't even know what this thing is. Headphone monitor, blah, blah, blah thing. And I have no idea yet, but I want to mess with it. I just haven't.
Christian Bernal came back and said, Quilter Micro Pro Mach 2 8-inch. Micro Pro Mach 2.
Okay.
8-inch.
Mach 2. Okay. Yeah, that sounds kind of my speed, actually.
And he said the Mach is the most versatile.
Okay. Mach 2.
The Nick BW says, for my band, I use a Quilter Pro Block with 412 and Helix for effects and ability to go DI if I'm lazy. At home, my little orange 35 RT is my go-to. Simple but flexible gain and a tuner, and I don't get option paralysis.
I am so glad to hear everybody talking about this and that they're using this stuff. You know, when we do these videos, this is really neat, man. And I appreciate all your input because when we do these videos and we talk about some of this stuff, there are people that are just so averse to it. And I'm like, you know, I don't think the majority of people, as long as you understand that you're not replacing you can still like other stuff. But the functionality of having this small stuff around is just indispensable, and is really cool. I'm glad to hear everybody's, and not everybody's doing it the same way either. There's a lot of different applications of it here. It's giving me some ideas for around here.
Super chat from Tim C. He said, FYI, as you asked me to tell you, the first of 4 20-cent Guitar Co. builds sold at Top Shelf Instruments in Tasmania this week. The rest are on their website.
Dude, that's so cool, man.
That is really cool.
That's so cool. I love hearing that journey of people that have, learning stuff and putting it to use and then becoming like doing guitar related stuff. That's awesome.
Blake Anderson says, for practice with my in-ears or headphones, I use an IRX and practice amp is a Fireball 25. Matthew Altamare says, Dylan, were you still looking at the Fender tube amp in the future?
So I am sort of. I've been talking to a company about the possibility of building one on the channel. And I believe, like a copy of one. And I believe that it will happen in the future. I just don't know when. And so in fact, I need to talk to her about that.
Finney's World says, Quilter brings back memories of how much my band sucked. The band I used to open for wiped ours all over the floor with their sound, all powered by Quilter.
I'm telling you, they're completely underappreciated for what they do. And I think the reason is because nowhere on it does it say tube anything. It doesn't say trying to be like a tube. It doesn't say trying to do anything. They're just, I think they're class D, right? They're just they're a transistor amp, but they're not the same. I don't know what he does. He's a wizard. The dude he actually looks like a wizard too, if you're to be honest. He's got a big white beard. He kind of looks like the guy from Electro Harmonics, but he kind of looks like that. And he actually looks like a wizard.
So Mr. Doomfred had a question a long time ago.
Sure.
Before we miss it. Am I supposed to put it on the screen? I don't remember.
You could if you want.
Is that what's happening now?
Sure. Let's do it.
Consistency?
I hadn't thought about it, but we can.
Mr. Doomfred said, what actually produces sound in a guitar pickup? Magnetized string exciting a copper coil, or string disturbing a magnetic field exciting a copper coil?
So the string
Buy something?
is within the magnetic field and it becomes magnetized and it jiggles more or less. It moves within the magnetic field because it's magnetized. It's a little of both basically. What I tell people is think of it like this. Okay. Take the bowl of Jell-O, right? Susan. Yeah. And stick a chopstick through the top of it, just through the top, not through the middle, and then move the chopstick. The whole bowl of Jell-O will move. Okay. That's not exactly, but to try to put some sort of visual to it. And then when that magnetic field has motion in it, within the coil, throughout the coil basically is the right word, then it excites electrons in the wire. So there you go. That's where I would go with that.
Okay. I said so we wouldn't forget it, but I think we have 15 minutes left and
no questions?
We're kind of caught up till after hours.
Okay, cool. Well, that's okay.
Did you talk about, I guess you have talked about your setup. The Nick BW said, quilters are like the noisy crick in Men in Black. Tiny but crazy, crazy powerful. Pat Quilter is a mad scientist. Quilter amps is his passion project after retiring from QSC audio.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know if you've ever used QSC monitors before, but they rule. They rule. So my setup around here is obviously I have a few. I'll use my positive grid. I have one of those Fender baby micro plug amp things that I use to like go to music stores and stuff with a pair of earbuds. I will use my Princeton Tone Master with my Focusrite 18i8 because the Princeton Tone Master doesn't have a headphone amp. You know, have a headphone out, so there's that. I have a Tonex that I'll use on a pedal board, actually. And I have a Kemper that I kind of use just standalone. And I'll use the Kemper with the 18i8 also, or I'll just play the Kemper when I'm recording, or I'll use the Kemper just with headphones. But 99% of the time, it is just a positive grid Spark Mini with headphones sitting on the couch. I mean, it's super easy. And then they record really well, actually. The little speaker is the little speaker, right? It's tiny little speaker, but they record really well. They sound great. We've shot videos like while we were on the road in the van, and I've used that little amp into my iPad on a picnic table, and it sounds awesome. Recorded, it sounds better than it does with the little speaker because it's just a little speaker. So there you go. What else you got?
Dr. Tim is telling Tazzy Tim, I went to the Top Shelf site and your guitars are quite beautiful.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we have one here. It is small but mighty. I need to shoot a video with that guitar. That guitar's pretty neat.
You do. What else y'all got? Get your questions in. If I missed them, you should say that too. Because
yeah, in fact, we need to make a set of pickups for that guitar and etch a cover for them. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. That'd be kind of cool.
some like hold music,
some Jeopardy music. That's okay.
background music. I don't know.
What else? So we've been making pickups all week. We've been cranking them out. Well, I'll tell you, it's been really cool. We've been working really hard around here. I am not ready to say that, because typically, because we make stuff to order, right? And we make it by hand. So usually it's about 2 weeks to ship when you order stuff. But I will tell you that we are working very hard. Brianna is working very hard to get a backlog of pre-wound coils. So what we're doing is we're winding a bunch of center punch coils, a bunch of DAF coils, a bunch of Super 8 coils, we're not assembling them into pickups yet, but we're just having all the coils wound. Strat pickups, tele pickups, like all the things, P90s, and having a bunch of coils sitting there. We've been working really hard at this so that if you ordered tomorrow, like let's say you ordered right now a set of P90s, for example, we would assemble them tomorrow and they would go in the mail on Saturday. Like instead of having 2 weeks. There are some things because of parts availabilities and stuff like that. I'm not ready to say that just because you order something, you're going to get it shipped out the next day. But I am very, very proud of the fact that we are really shortening that window. Parts management is always going to be a bit of a trick for us because we don't inventory a lot of stuff. We don't inventory huge quantities of stuff. So like right now, I'm waiting on a shipment of 0.015 capacitors that's going to be here Monday morning, right? Like, so, or Saturday. So like that kind of stuff so we've got a couple orders sitting there because they're waiting for that stuff, so those will be a week till we ship them. But for the most part, if we have control over the parts, we are really working hard at getting our wait times down. So if that is important to you, if you're like, I need this by such and such a time, I can't always promise it, but if you shoot me a message and be like, yo, how are you sitting on, P90s, for example, I can be like, well, if you order them right now, I'll ship it tomorrow afternoon. You know what I mean? And I'll be real honest with you about that because we don't want to set expectations we can't fulfill, obviously. Oh my gosh, that's rad. Wow, that's really pretty. She just showed me a Strat with like...
It's Tim.
I know.
Oh.
With all kinds of like pattern on it and stuff.
This Fire Country Dreaming is what the name is.
That's super cool, man.
That makes sense.
It's really cool.
Anyway, I had to go look. They are really nice.
That's really neat.
The first one he sold was this one.
Oh, yeah, like a Les Paul style. Cool.
It's really neat.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right. I think we might have got a
couple questions.
Couple things here. Christian Bernal says, what do you like in a humbucker? Series, parallel, split, tap?
I like them just humbuckers. I just like them the way they are. Our center punch humbucker that we have here, we can split it very, very well. It doesn't volume drop a whole lot because we do a kind of a different thing with that one. I have a set of those in a guitar because I think it's cool. But if it's up to me, I'm just going to have a set of our DAFs or Super 8s, which is a vintage wind. One of them has a hotter magnet in it than the other. But I like kind of old school humbucker tone. If I'm honest, that's just kind of my thing.
Curtis Chavez says, anyone else hear about the Sonic Cake Amp Cube? It's a digital modeling desktop amp with effects that cost less than $80. Ordering one soon. Reviews are all very positive.
I have heard of it. Yes, I have seen it. I mean, I've seen things about it. I don't know a whole lot about it.
Pretty cool. John owned 20. Can't play any Roddy.
I think we've known him since he was forever. 9 or something.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's wild.
8,
he said late to the game. I use headphones with the iRig and an iPad most of the time. I have a Spark 40 that I set the iPad on. I rarely use the Mesa Tube amp. Easier to follow along with guitar tabs.
That's an excellent point. If you're trying to learn, a lot of these digital alternatives have play along features that are actually very good. Even my tuner in my phone, the AI thing in it is really good. So like, it's called Guitar Tuna. That's the tuner that I use. And when you're tuning your guitar, so let's say you tune your guitar and you get done tuning your guitar and you're, okay, everything's in tune and you kind of strum through a chord progression just to kind of hear it. The phone hears the chord progression that you're playing and it will pop up a song with a similar chord progression so that you are encouraged to just play that song. And it's got it scrolls up the screen and you can, a lot of those things, they sound kind of weird, but I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool because it just encourages you to practice right then. And a lot of these, Positive Grid and, even the IK multimedia stuff, all of it has, communities and play along with songs and MP3 along with YouTube and, all that kind of stuff's really valuable for people that are trying to learn stuff.
Kurt the Terrible says long instrument cables cause tone suck because of capacitance.
Yes.
Isn't there some way to reduce or eliminate that by connecting a very small capacitor in series somewhere?
No, that would make it worse. So there's two things you can do. One, you can buy a good guitar cable. If you go to DylanTalksTone and you go into the electrical parts, whatever, we have a cable that we have made by Runway Audio in Nashville, and it is the best guitar cable on the market. It has 20 picofarads per foot of capacitance, which your normal cheap cable is going to be 40 or 50. So it's going to have twice the capacitance, which is going to do exactly what you're talking about. It's going to kill it. More capacitance kills it. Okay. More capacitance kills tone. The other thing that you can do, so having, and here's the thing about this, having a high quality, low capacitance per foot cable from your guitar to your pedal board is the most important. Once it hits the first preamp of any kind, and that could be a buffered tuner. So let's say you have a Boss TU3 tuner that's got a buffer in it. Everything after that, that's like a little amplifier, and it'll boost the signal back up and you'll be fine. Okay. And you'll be fine to your amp. But from the guitar to the pedal board is the most important thing. Or if you don't use a pedal board, then the cable is very important. So yeah, or you can go in the description of this video. There'll be a link either to them and you get a 10% discount if you use our link, or you can go buy our signature cable at our website and you'll be really, really happy with it. I know there's a bunch of people in the comment section that have them. Talk to them about it because they will tell you they are very, very good. Because you're right.
Steve B says, I have a question about pickups for an SG. I like the sound of the Gibsons, but they feel a little flat. Would you recommend DAFs or center punch? I play a variety of styles.
DAFs. If you like the Gibsons, because they're probably going to be either Burst Buckers or 57 Classics, then get the DAFs, and that's going to fix exactly what you're talking about. It's going to give you more clarity and more note definition, especially when you pour some gain to it. Your lows are not going to be so mushy, especially on the neck pickup. It is going to fix exactly that problem. Yep.
This name just makes me laugh, so I'm going to say how I see it, because I don't know that that's his intended name, but this is how I see it. It says Algorithm 007 Iffy.
Nice.
I have a habit of using fret erasers on all of my guitars to round fret ends, even high-end guitars. I want my neck to be as smooth as butter. Am I strange?
No, I think everybody should have a smooth neck. I think that's great. I don't use fret erasers. I use, I just dress the fret ends with StewMac files, and then I use Lizard Spit fret polishing kit, which is really, really awesome, and it's less invasive than a fret eraser. Takes less material off. Actually, it doesn't really take that much material off at all. It just polishes.
C-Stone84 said, I bought a Runway audio cable about a month ago, and it's the best thing in recent memory I have done for my tone.
Isn't that crazy? It is. It really is. And it's a weird thing to say that a cable could do that. You probably would agree with me. What I can liken it to is, let's say you have your tone set completely up like how you want, right? And then you replace it with a Runway audio cable. It's like you had saran wrap wrapped around your amp. There's just something more there that is not made up. It's real. It's like you had, I don't know, like you had saran wrap wrapped around your amp and you unwrapped it, and all of a sudden there's just this more clarity and more dynamics. And yeah, it's awesome. Link in the description.
Curtis Chavez is calling after hours. I show we have probably less than a minute, so
okay, well,
we're all caught up.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna do off-topic hour. So basically, how this works is, for those of you that are new, is after 9:00 on these live streams, we only answer off-topic questions. If you have a guitar question after 9:00, it has to be in a super chat. Otherwise, we're going to ignore it. That's how this works. We do it just to get to know you, just be friends with everybody. Since we can't meet everybody in person, it just helps to hang out and be friends. So ask any kind of off-topic questions that you have that don't have to do with guitar.
I want to grab. There is one, right?
Sure. Yeah, you can answer that one.
I can? Okay. Tim, how is Mallard? Mallard is mischievous and fun. He's crawling and pulling up and thinks he tries to walk, like just wants to let go and try to do things.
And he's teething.
And teeth.
He has teeth.
He has 4 teeth.
He has 4 now?
Yeah. We just did fall pictures and then edited all the pictures, so it's been super fun to see all his crazy faces and like capture all those little moments. But nope, he's doing good. I just got crafty mom pictures. She said she'll get Brianna to bring these to me tomorrow. But she literally did artwork with his butt.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It looks like a pumpkin. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh, Montana Knife Company. Oh, I'm actually wearing a Montana Knife Company shirt. They're dropping a really cool knife right now. It'll probably be sold out in like 10 minutes. I'm not going to order it, but it's really cool.
Let's see. Somebody sent, okay, Pooh Ninja sent something in. He said, so waiting for off topic time as I just got a puppy. She's 3.5 months, 26 pounds, and requires constant supervision, especially since her kennel is in my jam room. Ooh, she's adorable.
26 pounds at 3 months. I wonder what that is. That's a pretty big dog.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because that's about what he was when we got him. I think he was 19 pounds when we got him at 26 at 3 months old. 4. Did we get him at 12 weeks?
I don't know.
I think we got him at 12 weeks. I don't know. Anyway, he's 80 now. He's knocked out. He played hard today.
So what kind of dog did you get? Pooh?
Yeah, I want to know what kind of dog that. That's a big
I wish
dog.
you could send pictures and comments. That would be cool. But
I know, right? You can on Patreon.
I don't know if he's on Patreon. I don't know his name.
I don't think he is on Patreon.
Okay. Hogman Hawk says, since Halloween is upon us, what's everyone's favorite Halloween candy? Or candy? I don't know. Do you have a favorite candy?
Probably Sweet Tarts.
That makes sense.
Starburst.
Which is so weird because you don't like fruity things normally.
I like the sourness of it. I like the sour ones. Well, Starburst isn't sour,
I
but
was going to say.
yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
but Sweet Tarts, I like the tart of the Sweet Tarts. Yep. And, you know, there's a lot of other candies that I would love to eat, but we don't eat that. You know, since I can't have milk really, you know, obviously, like I used to love Rolos.
I didn't know that.
Oh, man.
There's really good chocolate caramel stuff we can have.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, they're not shaped like Rolos.
Yeah. No, man, I loved Rolos. That's like one of my favorites. And when we were kids, like we used to eat the heck out of Pixie Sticks and just the straight sugar stuff, you know. But yeah, Sweet Tarts.
Those humongous ones we used to get the kids.
Yep.
They're like bigger than they were.
Nerds. I also like Nerds. Yep.
But you don't like the Nerds I have. You don't like it with the gummy.
No, I don't like anything gummy. So no gummy bears, no gummy worms, no gummy any of that stuff. I don't like the texture of it. I don't like it getting stuck in my teeth. I hate licorice. I don't like red vines. Anything like that that's like mushy like that. Nope.
Mushy.
Nope.
Licorice is like candle wax. It's not the same.
Licorice is gross. Licorice is, I don't know why anyone likes it. It's
I don't know.
gross. Yeah. What's everybody else saying?
I don't know if they're saying anything yet. Oh, here they go. Peanut M&Ms and Reese's peanut butter cups. Paydays are a good chocolate alternative.
Reese's peanut butter cups rule.
And the non-dairy ones are pretty good.
Are they?
You've had them.
Okay. I don't remember.
You want to try them again?
Yes.
I'll buy you some more.
Okay.
Because I probably won't eat them.
Look at Big Snake. He's like way out. It's because he's hungry. I'm thawing mice.
Should he eat them? He's shedding.
He sheds funny. He has shed and he still has some pieces on him. He never, and I have played around with his humidity and I've sprayed him and I've done all kind of stuff. And he always sheds in a bunch of little pieces. He never really sheds in a full big piece of shed. But he's been like that for like, what a
full big piece of shed.
Yeah. He's been like that for like 4 or 5 days. So he's fine.
Jam Track says, come on now, take 5 bars rule. Yeah, I have a coworker that said take 5 and loves this time of year because it's the only time you can get them like in the mini version. You know, you can get almost everything in like a mini version right now.
I used to like Charleston Chews.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Curtis Chavez says my favorite candies: Nerds, Coffee Nips. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Peanut butter M&Ms and Pinion Logs. What's that?
I don't know. I will eat the heck out of some M&Ms actually.
Not now.
Not now. No, but I would.
I don't know why somebody hasn't made a good version of that.
Yeah.
Seems like you could.
Yeah, it seems like you could have a dark chocolate M&M that didn't have
Oh, they
milk
make
in
dark
it.
chocolate ones, but they have milk.
They still have milk in them. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And it's funny too, like it's like not that much milk. Like, could I get away with it? So one time I tried to eat I think it was a Kit Kat. And I bit into it and I was like, this tastes like sour milk.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the flavor of milk to me, because I've not had milk in many years. It was like, it tasted like gross, rotten, sour milk to me. And I could not get that taste out of my mouth for like a half hour. I was like, I'll never do that again. It was weird.
Still eat peanut M&Ms because they don't have much chocolate in them. But now I don't eat peanuts, so I could.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I liked almond M&Ms too.
I don't know that I ever liked those. Those are in like a beige bag or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway,
Brianna made coffee cake muffins today, and they were awesome.
Yep.
She's been baking a bunch.
Tim C says Cadbury chocolates from Tasmania rocks. Gary Bertolo says Mallow cups and Chunky Bar. I feel like we got some other countries rocking in here.
Yep, me too, because I haven't heard some of this stuff. What about some of your Japanese candy?
Me?
Yeah.
What Japanese
candy? Aren't you familiar with Japanese candy, like from when you were?
Like it.
You don't like it though? That's what I was asking. Was there any of that Japanese candy?
No, I only bought rice paper candy so that people had to eat it because there's a wrapper you have to eat.
Yeah.
I'm like, here, you have to eat the paper. That was the only reason. I love it. Really?
Really?
That's so weird. That Botan rice candy. It's the same brand of.
Do you?
Yes.
I love Kit Kats too, but I can't eat them. It's just too milky. Yeah.
Stu Crombie says Mike and Ike's are nice, the fruit ones.
Not a Mike and Ike fan.
Me either. Britton says the candy they send in the Sweetwater package are my absolute fave.
So I will pick out what I like and I will give away what I don't like. They sometimes have root beer barrels. Don't like those. I used to give Bitter Honeys to my father-in-law because I always used to have my guitars shipped to my in-laws' house, and they whenever they got here, of course, there'd be a huge box in his foyer for a day until I came over here. So I'd always give him the candy. And he loves Bit of Honeys, and I hate them. But there was some stuff. I always ate the sweet tarts out of there.
Smarties. You always mix those.
Oh
up.
yeah, Smarties. That's right.
I love Smarties.
Smarties are not sweet tarts.
That's true. You're right. Okay.
Okay.
I don't like anything gummy. Like,
See it.
no, let me rephrase. I don't like anything gummy with the hard shell because then it sticks to my teeth.
What's gummy with a hard shell? Give me an example.
Like Mike and Ike's.
Oh. But you like gummy bears and gummy worms and that kind of stuff. Ugh. Not me.
I will eat sour gummy worms until my mouth hurts.
Fifth Avenue. I feel like that's a candy bar.
Yep,
I haven't
that's a
seen
candy
it in
bar.
a long time.
Yep.
Berry Blast. They were called the first time I tried them. I've heard of them since the 90s, though. Oh, my goodness. It's Victoria G. I used to love Laffy Taffy, but now those make me feel sick since I tried cutting back on sugar. Weird.
Yeah, I don't like Laffy Taffies.
Tim C. Whitaker from New Zealand are sweet.
Yeah, all these foreign candies are interesting.
We need to do a non-dairy candy exchange.
I know. That's what we should do. Yeah.
Curtis Chavez, worst candies. Circus peanuts. Yes.
Yes.
Candy corn.
Yeah.
I like candy corn.
Candy corns.
I don't like the pumpkins.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Nico tablets and bit of honey. The Nico, they look like medicine to me. I've never had those.
Candy
I know what they look
corns
like.
are good for the first 3. And then after that, it's like I am chewing on guitar picks or like some kind of
They
plastic.
do kind of feel waxy, but
Yeah.
you know why I don't mind candy corn?
Why?
It's because I eat them layer by layer, so you just have like little pieces, and you have to like get all the color off from the last color.
If you don't make them
before you
like
can
teeth
bite
in
them.
your lips, then what are you
I've
even
never
doing?
done that.
Put
What
them
do
like
you mean?
put them like this so it looks like fangs.
Like on your tooth? Like impale your tooth?
No, you just like stick them in your lips and then go like this and then walk around the house because you have like little fangs.
Yep, never done that.
Good grief. Are you even alive?
It's Victoria G says, I love Mike and Ike's and hot tamales. Hawkman Hawk says, circus peanuts are the worst. I actually used to have a friend, her husband, that was his favorite candy was circus peanuts.
The like marshmallow puffy?
The orange ones, yeah.
Nope.
And I don't do artificial orange, so
Nope.
already I'm out.
Yeah,
I've never eaten one because it just looks wrong.
Oh, they're gross.
she doesn't do artificial. You know what's even worse than that though? Is the old lady hard marshmallow candies. What are those things? You know, like
Marshmallow.
your grandma would have them in a bowl. Not I don't know if your grandma did because she was Japanese, but in a bowl, and there would be like these hard little hearts and stuff. They'd be like pastel colors, and they'd be like almost like little hard marshmallows. I don't know what they were
Like
called.
Lucky Charms?
Yeah, sort of like Lucky Charms marshmallows. They'd be like these
never
little
had
candies,
I don't know. What
and
that is.
they'd be like mints, but not.
You mean like dinner mints?
No, I don't know. Maybe somebody else in the comments will know. I don't know what they're called, but they're.
I like Andy's mints.
Oh yeah,
Those are the best.
that's why you go to Olive Garden so you can get Andy's mints and
And bread.
garlic bread.
I made garlic bread. Thank you.
I ate it. It was really good.
Did you eat any real food today?
Nope, just baking.
He just ate all the stuff I spent hours on. In
Yep.
like a quarter of the time it took me to make it. He was like, ooh, it's out of the oven. I made the coffee.
Oh, Gary Bertolo said fireballs. I would buy huge things of fireballs.
These.
I love them.
Oh, okay. So I guess
But I
they're
haven't had one
mints
in a long time.
actually.
Yeah, because you used to have like a tub of them in the pantry.
I guess they're mints actually, but they're.
Yeah,
those are mints.
dinner
They're
mints.
butter mints.
Yeah, butter mints.
Oh, okay. Whatever. I don't know what they're
I
called.
like those.
I like those a lot.
I
I
googled.
also like the big soft peppermint.
I googled
Like
old
lasagna?
lady
Yeah.
marshmallow candy, and that's what came up.
Marshmallow. What?
Apparently,
She
Google
says
Home.
you can't play marshmallow.
Apparently, Google Home is talking to us.
Let's see. The candies that are wrapped with all black and all orange. I don't know what that is.
Well, yeah, because they'll do Halloween version of just about
It's
anything.
Victoria G said Nico wafers. My mom told us growing up they'd pretend they were Holy Communion.
Oh my God,
It
that's
says
so
you
funny.
know we're Catholic when.
That's really funny.
Hawkman Hawk says, my grandma had a bowl of hard candies that you needed an ice pick to get it.
Yes. Yeah. And actually, there was this old man that lived down the street from us, and he would always carry the white star mints, like the ones that you get at a restaurant. You know, it looks like a candy cane, but it's in it's a round.
Like a peppermint?
Yeah, like a peppermint. But I don't know.
You don't know what a peppermint is?
I don't know. I don't care. So
It's like a candy cane, but it's a circle. Da, da, da.
Have you never been to Sonic?
I've never gotten a mint at Sonic before.
They're always in
They're
the bag.
always in the bag.
Oh, really? I don't even know.
Maybe we steal them before.
This is a perfect
from
this is a
away.
perfect
I do.
example of.
Oh, wow.
And then there was another old man. He was a Vietnam vet. I'll never forget this guy. He was a Vietnam vet. He had a machine shop at his house, and that's what got me so fascinated with machine shops when I was a kid.
Oh, we're talking about candy.
He had getting to it. He had no legs below the knees, and he had a Corvette with a 6-speed in it, and he could drive a clutch, sort of. It was very jerky,
This has nothing to do with candy.
and he always had Werthers.
Oh,
Always, everywhere he went, he had like a handful of Werthers. We also know another old man, and every time I see him,
green, sugar-free peppermints.
That's right. Yep. So all of my little book bags and backpacks and stuff have a whole bunch of them things in a
He
pocket.
won't say no.
Because I try to say no. I have actually tried to say no to him, but
I
he's
actually
like,
that you have them because I'll be bored and I'll forget gum or something. And I'm like, there's a mint
yeah.
in
And
one of these bags.
he'll handshake me with 2 mints in it, 2 every time. Yep.
Not just him.
Everybody he meets, he like goes
Stu
in his
probably
pocket.
says jelly beans, but not the coffee one.
Love
I don't
beans.
like jelly beans. Never
Somebody
liked
said
jelly beans.
wax bottles. That's from like when we were kids.
I know what
That
those
you
are. I
bite the
hated
top
them.
off and it had something juicy in it. I don't know what that is. Oh, I chipped a tooth on a fireball once and will never eat those again.
Mm.
Bazooka bubble gum. Yeah, that's good for like 10 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got more joy out of the wrapper than you did out of the gum.
Oh,
No, that
black
was the zebra gum.
black and orange wrappers were peanut taffy.
Oh, I remember that.
So it's not black and orange. It's the black and the orange waxy
Yes.
paper.
Yes.
I do
yes.
remember
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I think I chewed more Big League Chew as a kid than my pawpaw with his Red Man.
Same.
Oh,
Same.
lemon heads. I like lemon heads.
I do too.
I haven't had those in a long
I
time.
do too. Why not? You don't like sour stuff?
Yeah, she does like gummy worms, sour gummy worms, candy lipsticks. Oh, wax.
I remember those.
pixie sticks. We talked
I like
about
pixie
those.
sticks.
Candy cigarettes.
We were talking about. You remember when we get those huge?
Oh yeah,
things?
from the zoo, and you would like take them from us halfway out of the parking lot because me and Bryce would be like down in them, and you're like, "That's enough."
Yep.
They were taller than y'all.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah, sour jelly bellies are amazing. I haven't had jelly beans in a long time. I like some jelly belly ones are okay. I think I kind of got away from jelly beans whenever it started being like, what's the game they play? Like,
Oh yeah, the
if somebody gives me a gross jelly bean, we will never be friends again.
So, I guess you used to buy fancy gummy bears.
I still buy
There's
fancy
only
gummy
fancy
bears.
gummy bears.
Well, there isn't, but you guys,
They're German though.
are they? Okay. I thought, did you buy fancy? Isn't there fancy jelly beans too?
Not that I buy.
Okay. I thought that maybe that wasn't you then. Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Your
I
last wife.
probably could have been. I don't know. I don't remember.
Girlfriend?
You don't have the patience.
No.
Ever try chocolate bacon?
Ugh.
No.
No.
Bottle caps. I remember that name, but I don't
Isn't
remember what that
the
is.
real they're like Tums, but
I
they're
don't know.
flavored different.
I
That's what
used
they look like.
Hawkman Hawk said I used to like the shredded beef jerky in the snuff shaped container. Okay, y'all. So I just saw a friend of mine shared this meme and I was like, yeah, that is appropriate. It was talking about how people are always complaining, like young people and kids are always on their phones and tablets, right? And it's like me as a kid and it has a kid smoking a cigarette. And I was like, yeah, it's not the same. Like we're fussing about two different things. Pop rocks. Those were
Oh.
good. No, not Albanese gummy bears. Everybody says that. It's Haribo only.
Haribo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gold bag. I don't like
Did
Snowpack.
you guys also make those cinnamon toothpicks and sell them at elementary school? I do not know what that's about.
I do not. I do remember that as a kid, but we never did it.
You know what? I think I was in the 4th grade. So Altoid containers, right?
Mhm.
They've been coming in them tins for years. So then they just thought you had mints. But my friend always had an Altoids container. We rode the bus together, and he kept rock salt in them. So that's probably where my salt addiction began, was eating rock salt on the bus.
Out of an Altoid container?
Altoid container.
That's amazing. For a long time, and I don't know if it's still the same thing, but everybody had Altoid containers on their pedal boards.
For what?
Picks.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they still made Fun Dip. I miss Fun Dip. Do they not make Fun Dip?
They don't make Fun Dip? That was my favorite.
Fun Dip. Did you ever make
Okay.
sugar bags of
No.
Kool-Aid
The
and
answer
sugar?
is no.
What?
Nope.
I like that too.
I used to think, so whenever social media and drugs started coming like normal and people started posting about Xanax bars, I'm like, man, we use them things all the time because I thought it was the Fun Dip bar.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, Xanax. They're like, I know what that is. They're like, you want one? I'm like, why does it look weird? Like, it's
Oh
too
my
small.
gosh, that's so funny.
So it's Victoria G said Albanese is better than Haribo, and I will die on that hill. So in full disclosure, I've never tried Albanese ones, and
Really?
everybody says that.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Well, maybe you should get some.
Maybe I should do a comparison test.
You should do it live next week on the off topic and be like, that's what we should do.
Candy.
You should try to
You
find
can
some.
just buy a bunch of
Oh,
No.
they're easy to find.
Yeah, just get some. Get some and then have a back-to-back or even a blind test. 2 same colors, blind, which one is which. Live on YouTube next week, off topic hour. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
You are. I'm not. I don't like jelly beans. I mean, gummy bears.
That's fine. Let's do it.
All
I
right.
was like, oh no, I have to eat candy.
But you can't
Blue
eat them till
raspberry
next
is
week.
my favorite.
Yeah, blue. I use my Kaveco 10 metal box as my pick holder. That's a big. Oh no, they come smaller. I was thinking I use mine, but it was like a set. So
Oh,
mine's
yeah, yeah,
big,
yeah,
but
yeah.
The normal.
The
size is
normal
small.
Kaveco tin box. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's actually cool.
I
got a
was
new fountain
thinking
pen this
something
week.
I liked, and people were talking about blue raspberry. It's not my favorite, but I do like Jolly Ranchers. I really think my favorite candy is Butter Rum Lifesavers.
I don't like
100%.
Jolly Ranchers at all because that's the same thing. And I don't like how it gets stuck in your teeth. And then you're like,
Just don't bite them.
See, I'm the opposite because I like when a Jolly Ranchers get stuck to my teeth.
I used to do it on purpose, but now I have to pay for my own teeth, and I don't
Exactly.
do that
I
anymore.
accidentally did pull a filling out doing that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've never had a
Not on
filling.
your insurance though, so it was fine.
I've never had a filling.
It's Victoria G said, yes, your life will change. You will never go back to the gold bag.
All
right.
All right.
Sounds fun.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, and I'll show you we have super sour candy. We do too. Warheads.
Ooh.
Those give me lockjaw.
Uh-huh.
Your
I used to-
Fireball things, I thought it was, you're like, it tastes like cinnamon. So I literally, like, I thought it was going to taste like cinnamon.
It
Like,
does.
I know. But I was prepared for, like, your cinnamon sugar toast that you would give me as a kid. Like, ooh, this is going to be good. Not light my behind on fire at, like, 8.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is great. I got all the red coating off. I was like, I'm done. Like, this is awful.
Oh, then it's sweet after that.
No, I didn't care anymore.
Yep.
I was going to ask if you have any new pens. What's new? Blow pops. I love blow pops too.
Watermelon and strawberry blow pops.
Leslie's new pen is right there in that black box, the Delta box right there.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Is that where you...
Yep.
I have a bunch of new pens.
she got a bunch of new pens, but this is the one of the fancier ones. A Delta. Is it a Duna or
Yep.
is it a?
It's a Duna.
Yep. So.
Tulipani.
Yep. From Atlas. This one was on clearance. Stub nib, and then I got. Funny story. Did I say this last week? Maybe that I ordered a pen and then there was no pen in the box.
Yeah.
So they sent me the pen. So here it is. It's it's gold leaf with dragon painted on it. Which is pretty cool. It's a platinum 3776. And yeah, because I like dragon stuff. So there you go. Anyway, yeah. What time is it?
Curtis Chavez said butter rum lifesavers. Woo! I don't know if he's picking on me or if he agrees. Because it's very
Woo can be very sarcastic or
old. I feel like it's like saying I love Werther's. Is what
It's like a kind of an old lady candy.
The old lady strawberry
Do
candy.
you?
Oh my
No. That
God.
looks like a strawberry with the little.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like
I
that
love
either.
them. I would bite I would
What's another
get into
random?
the middle was soft and then I would just crunch it and it was just like
Oh, are they liquidy?
inside.
Ew. No. No surprise. No surprise chunks. No surprise liquid. It should be liquid or it should be solid.
Now I will admit the first time I did it I was like it's got me. But then it was good. And I knew which old lady had them so I would just go talk to her on purpose.
What other random candy? I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I love Spree.
No.
You just
ate
ate
the
a
whole
freaking
roll
roll
of
of them.
Oh yeah. No, I know what they're. Yeah. You're right. I forgot what they were.
Ew.
I just don't keep track of candy because
You go to the dollar store and bring
to
it
be
home.
honest with you,
Like,
I've never actually. So I'm telling you all these candies that I like, but I didn't really eat a lot of candy. So it's not like we didn't ever have it around.
we had a jar.
Yeah. See it
No,
as
that's a lie.
when
We
I-
had a drawer.
when I was a kid, we didn't really have candy around. It was sort of at parties, like when you invited your friends over, like we had this a couple times a year. I'd go over to my friend's house and it was like all the boys and we'd like camp out in the backyard in tents, like kind of thing when I was a kid. And that's when we would buy a ton of candy and stay up all night and stuff. But I never really we didn't have a candy drawer or a candy bowl at home. There was the old guy down the street that we knew that had one and we'd go down there and take some from him and stuff. But we didn't really have it at the house.
I don't know that I remember candy as a kid unless I got to walk to the store.
Now
And
that
then
we
I ate
did.
those cowtail things.
So
I don't know.
we walked to the store because when I was a little kid, I was in Michigan and you could turn in cans for 10 cents. And so we would walk down the highway. It was a mile to the corner store. And we would walk down the road and pick up cans in the ditch as we were getting there and then turn them in and then buy penny candy.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So we did do that, but that it wasn't very much. And then it never made it home. I mean, you ate it on the way home.
Yeah. And Curtis Chavez is talking about the Lifesaver storybook. Yeah, that's probably where it started for me. Was it only came in the storybook. You couldn't buy butter rum Lifesavers at one time.
Oh, really?
By themselves. They only came in like this special holiday set. But now you can buy them by the bag and I keep them on my desk.
See, now I would go, oh yeah, you do have them in there. I never even thought about that. That's what those are. Because again, I just don't know and don't pay attention.
Oh, every time I go in there, I'm like,
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I
go
don't
talk to mom, get my treat, continue.
Get my treat.
get your treat. That's
I've
funny.
been Pavlov dogged.
Wow.
Dang.
Whoa. Jam Trek said, I once found a Mont Blanc in the hallway of high school. I gave it to my artist friend.
That's awesome.
Didn't even know what he found. Here you go.
That's awesome. I got a couple of those. I like them.
Yeah, but nobody gave them to you.
No. No.
Because you're too boogie.
Because I'm too boogie.
Sorry,
2 of them
Chris.
are used,
So
though.
funny.
2 of them are about used.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, she's pop locking back there.
Pop socket.
I
Don't
know.
confuse it.
I know.
Why is he talking about Motorola?
Motorola.
Motorola.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh.
Gary Bertello. Is that right?
Yes.
I can't see.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Yeah, I missed something.
I need to go feed snakes. Motorola.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about because he said I have skipped over everything he said because I've gotten okay. Let me scroll back up.
Sardine. What?
Yeah, Gary Bertolo's comments. Candy lipsticks. Then he said, candy beacon multicolors. Then he said sardines. Then he said drywall. Then he said pencil lead, chapsticks, broken glass shards.
And then the Motorola.
Cow flops. Anyway.
Dastardly Dave just sent me a picture of his latest new amp. And it is an amp made out of an Altoids tin.
That's so cute.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Mr. Joey Dano, yes. Much gummy candy was previously rendered animal parts. A lot of that is
Not
GMO
so anymore.
and
Yeah.
falsely made now, probably, but
Yeah.
manufactured. But yes,
I remember that because you told me that. I was like 6. You're like, do you know what gelatin is?
yes. Nice education for you.
And then I watched Food Inc.
Well, that was dumb.
I didn't have a choice. It was for part of my school class.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They made me watch Food Inc. in AP Environmental Science.
I watched it. I went to an event at the college here, like on purpose, to hear the discussion about it because I already didn't eat meat, so I didn't care. It's nice to talk about those things when you don't have any kind of feeling associated with it.
Yeah.
You're like disassociated from it. Anyway. Yeah. Matt Sanders said, now it's just microplastics like the good Lord intended. We're all
Exactly.
eating
Yeah.
microplastic.
Yeah. That's a bad deal, isn't it?
Cool. Yeah. We have to feed snakes. We have
Yep.
to feed ourselves.
We have to feed ourselves too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. This has been a fun time. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Now everybody
video.
wants candy.
Yep.
Yep.
I
Have a good one.
candy.
Thanks a lot, y'all.